What if I told you that everything you think you know about human technology is a lie? Could it be that the greatest innovations of our time did not come from human minds? Instead, did they come from somewhere else? From beings not of this world? For decades, whispers have circulated in the darkest corners of the internet and in classified documents. These whispers point to a single mysterious location deep in the Nevada desert. This place holds the key, many believe, to unlocking the truth about humanity's connection with extraterrestrial visitors. The question has always been there, haunting us through the ages. Are we alone in the universe? The answer, I propose, might be hidden in plain sight, behind the guarded gates of Area 51. The evidence is all around us, if you know where to look. We see ancient carvings of beings in strange suits. We read ancient texts describing flying chariots and battles in the sky. Is it possible that these were not myths but historical records of advanced visitors? And if they visited us in the past, is it not logical to assume they are still visiting us today? Proponents of the ancient astronaut theory say yes. They argue that these beings have been guiding our development all along. And if that is true, where would they store the proof? Where would our governments hide the incredible technology recovered from crashed extraterrestrial vehicles? It all leads back to that one, single, cryptic location. Think about the incredible leaps in technology we have made in less than a century. We went from propeller planes to stealth jets that are invisible to radar. We developed fiber optics, microchips, and night vision. Are we to believe this rapid advancement was purely human ingenuity? Or is it more plausible that we had help? That we reverse-engineered technology from a craft that was not made on Earth? The stories from whistleblowers and eyewitnesses suggest a staggering possibility. They claim that deep inside a top-secret military base, scientists are studying alien artifacts. They are unlocking secrets that will change the world forever. The implications are simply too massive to ignore. This is not just a fantasy. This is a puzzle with pieces scattered throughout history and modern-day accounts. The sheer number of UFO sightings reported by credible witnesses, from military pilots to police officers, demands an explanation. The government's official response is often silence or simple denial. But what are they hiding? Why the extreme secrecy? The conclusion for many is undeniable. They are hiding the truth about extraterrestrial contact. They are hiding alien technology. And the epicenter of this massive, world-changing cover-up is a place the government denied even existed for many years, the mysterious and infamous Area 51. So, what is this place? What is Area 51? Officially, it is a highly classified United States Air Force facility. Its real name is Homey Airport or Groom Lake. It is located deep within the vast Nevada Test and Training Range. The base sits on the southern shore of a dry lakebed called Groom Lake. The location is incredibly remote, surrounded by miles and miles of harsh, unforgiving desert. This isolation is not an accident, it is by design. The government chose this spot specifically because it is far from prying eyes. It is the perfect place to conduct top-secret operations without public scrutiny. No one can get close without being seen. The base itself is part of a larger military area called the Nellis Air Force Range. The airspace above it, known as R4808N, is one of the most restricted airspaces in the entire world. Commercial and private flights are strictly forbidden from passing over it. The perimeter is guarded by armed patrols in white pickup trucks and black helicopters. They are known to the locals as the Camo Dudes. These guards have the authority to use deadly force against anyone who dares to cross the line. The ground is covered with motion sensors and listening devices. There is no sneaking in. The security is absolute, designed to protect secrets that are considered vital to national security. How big is this place? The restricted area around Area 51 covers hundreds of square miles of desert terrain. It is a massive fortress of secrecy. For many years, the United States government would not even admit that Area 51 existed. On maps, it was just a blank space. When people asked about it, they were met with silence or denial. It was only in 2013, through a Freedom of Information Act request, that the CIA officially acknowledged its existence for the first time. But what did they admit to? They only confirmed it was a testing site for secret aircraft like the U-2 spy plane. But is that the whole story? I say it is not. The official explanation is that Area 51 is used for the development and testing of experimental aircraft and weapons systems. This is known as a black project site. Projects like the U-2 and SR-71 Blackbird spy planes were tested there. The F-117 Nighthawk stealth fighter was also developed in the secrecy of the Nevada desert. These aircraft were so advanced, so strange-looking, that they were often mistaken for UFOs when people saw them flying. But does this simple explanation account for all the strange lights and bizarre stories? Or is this the perfect cover story for something much, much bigger, something not from this world? To understand why so many people believe Area 51 houses alien secrets, we must go back in time. We must go back to a famous incident in 1947. In Roswell, New Mexico, something crashed in the desert. A local rancher named Mac Brazel found strange debris scattered across his property. The material was bizarre. It was like a thin metal foil, but it could not be bent or burned. It was incredibly light, yet incredibly strong. The local military base, the Roswell Army Airfield, initially issued a press release. They stated they had recovered a flying disc. The story was front-page news. A flying saucer had been found. But then, just 24 hours later, the story changed. The military held another press conference. This time, they showed reporters pieces of a normal weather balloon. They said the whole thing was a mistake. The flying disc was just a common weather monitoring device. The case was closed, but was it? For many, this sudden change of story was suspicious. Why would the military mistake a simple weather balloon for a flying saucer? Eyewitnesses who saw the original wreckage insisted it was nothing like a balloon. They described materials that were not from this Earth. The story of a cover-up began to grow. So, where does Area 51 fit into this? The theory is simple. After the military recovered the crashed alien spacecraft and its occupants from Roswell, they needed a place to take it. They needed a location that was secure, secret, and far away from the public. A place where they could study this incredible extraterrestrial technology in complete secrecy. Area 51, with its remote location and extreme security, was the perfect candidate. Proponents believe the wreckage from the Roswell crash, and possibly other crashes, was transported under the cover of night to the secret hangars at Groom Lake. It was there that the real work began. The connection between Roswell and Area 51 forms the very foundation of modern UFO lore. It is the origin story for the belief that the government is hiding alien technology. The idea is that the incredible technological leaps we made in the decades following 1947 were not a coincidence. They were the direct result of scientists at Area 51 reverse engineering the alien craft recovered from the New Mexico desert. The Roswell incident was the spark, but Area 51 became the secret laboratory where the fire of alien technology was nurtured. Is it possible? Ancient astronaut theorists say it is not only possible, but it is the most logical explanation. The theories surrounding Area 51 are as vast and mysterious as the desert it occupies. The most popular and enduring theory is, of course, that the base is a storage and research facility for alien spacecraft. People believe that not just one, but multiple UFOs have been recovered over the years, and are kept in hidden underground hangars. These hangars, known by codenames like S4, are said to be built into the side of the nearby mountains. Inside, scientists and engineers are working day and night. Their mission to understand how these incredible machines work. They're trying to replicate the alien propulsion systems, their energy sources, and their advanced materials. Another powerful theory involves the occupants of these craft. It is not just the alien ships that are stored at Area 51, but the aliens themselves. Some stories claim that alien bodies recovered from the Roswell crash and other incidents are preserved in a medical facility deep within the base. Autopsies are performed to understand their biology, but other, more incredible theories suggest that there are living aliens at Area 51. These stories propose that the United States government has made a secret deal with an extraterrestrial race. In exchange for advanced technology, the aliens are allowed to operate from the base, perhaps even conducting their own experiments. The list of supposed alien technologies being studied at Area 51 reads like a science fiction novel. There are tales of anti-gravity devices that allow for silent, instantaneous flight. There are stories of powerful energy weapons and cloaking devices that can make an object completely invisible. Some even whisper about time travel experiments and attempts to open portals to other dimensions. Could it be that the strange lights seen in the sky above the base are not just secret military aircraft? Could they be test flights of these reverse-engineered alien vehicles? For many believers, the answer is a definitive yes. These conspiracy theories are not just wild guesses. They are often fueled by eyewitness accounts and supposed leaks from inside the facility. People who live in the small towns near Area 51, like Rachel, Nevada, have reported seeing inexplicable things for decades. They describe glowing orbs of light that move at impossible speeds and perform maneuvers that defy the laws of physics. They tell stories of strange, triangular craft hovering silently in the night sky before vanishing in an instant. While the government explains these away as flares or conventional aircraft tests, for many, these sightings are proof. They are proof that something truly extraordinary is happening at Area 51. In 1989, the world of ufology was turned upside down. A man named Bob Lazar came forward with an incredible story. He claimed to have worked as a physicist at a secret facility near Area 51, at a site he called S4. Lazar said his job was to help reverse engineer the propulsion systems of captured alien spacecraft. His detailed testimony provided the public with its first and most famous look inside the secret world of Area 51. He described seeing 9 different types of alien flying saucers stored in connected hangars that were built into the side of a mountain. His story was shocking, detailed, and for many, it was the ultimate confirmation. Lazar described the inner workings of these alien craft in stunning detail. He talked about a powerful reactor that used a stable isotope of an element not found on Earth, element 115. He said this element was the source of the craft's power and its ability to generate its own gravity field. This gravity propulsion system, he explained, allowed the saucer to bend space and time around it, enabling it to travel vast distances almost instantly. He drew diagrams of the reactor and the so-called gravity amplifiers. He even claimed to have briefly seen a small gray alien being through a window on one occasion. His story had a massive impact. Suddenly, the vague theories about Area 51 had a face and a name. Lazar's claims were investigated by journalists and UFO researchers. They found inconsistencies in his story. They could not verify his educational or employment records from MIT or Caltech. The government, of course, denied everything. They said he never worked for them. Lazar explained that the government had erased his records to discredit him. He was a ghost in the system. For believers, this erasure of his past was proof that he was telling the truth. Why would the government go to such lengths to discredit a nobody unless he was revealing their biggest secret? Despite the controversy and the questions about his background, Bob Lazar's story remains the single most influential account ever told about Area 51. He gave names to the aircraft, like the Sport model. He described their flight characteristics, their Omicron and Delta configurations for travel. He put the pieces together in a way that seemed plausible to millions of people. Whether you believe him or not, his testimony cemented Area 51's place in popular culture as the home of captured extraterrestrial technology. He opened the door, and the world rushed in to see what secrets were hidden behind it. Why is Area 51 so secret? Well, the official reason is national security. The base is where the most advanced and sensitive military technology in the United States is developed and tested. These are what we call black projects, meaning their existence is, highly classified. If details about a new spy plane or stealth technology were to leak, it could give enemy nations a massive advantage. The secrecy is meant to protect the lives of American soldiers and maintain the country's military superiority. Keeping the public and foreign spies in the dark is honestly essential to this mission. This is the government's logical and straightforward explanation for the extreme measures taken. The security around the base is legendary and frankly absolute. The perimeter is marked with orange posts and stern warning signs. These signs inform intruders that they are being watched and that deadly force is authorized. The area is constantly monitored by guards in white trucks, known as the camo dudes, who patrol the dusty roads. They're supported by sophisticated surveillance technology, including long-range cameras, motion detectors, and buried sensors that can detect the pressure of footsteps. Overhead, unseen drones and patrol helicopters watch from the sky. There is no corner of the restricted zone that is not under constant surveillance. But the secrecy extends far beyond the physical fences. The government uses legal and administrative tools to keep the base's activities hidden. For many years, as I have said, they refused to even acknowledge its existence. This created a legal black hole. You can't sue or request information about a place that officially does not exist. Even after its existence was confirmed, the president can sign a special exemption each year. This exemption releases Area 51 from environmental disclosure laws. That means they do not have to report what kind of materials, hazardous or otherwise, are being used or stored on the base. But is protecting military secrets the only reason for this iron curtain of secrecy? Many people think not. They believe the real reason is to conceal the truth about extraterrestrial contact. If the government were to admit that they have alien technology or even alien bodies, the consequences would be unimaginable. It would challenge every aspect of our society, from religion and science to politics and our understanding of our place in the cosmos. Such a revelation could cause global panic and a breakdown of social order. Therefore, the secrecy is not just about protecting weapons, it is about protecting the fragile reality we all live in. The cover-up, in this view, is total and necessary. Area 51 was a secret known only to a few until popular culture blew the gates wide open. Before the internet, before Bob Lazar, it was the television show that brought the mystery of Area 51 into living rooms across the world. FBI agents Fox Mulder and Dana Scully often chased conspiracies that led them to the shadowy world of government cover-ups and alien contact. Area 51 was a recurring theme, portrayed as a place where the deepest, darkest secrets about UFOs were hidden. The show's motto, "The truth is out there," became a rallying cry for a generation of new believers who were convinced the truth was hidden in the Nevada desert. Then came the blockbuster movie that cemented Area 51's place as a global icon. In this film from 1996, the fate of humanity rests on the secrets hidden deep within the base. It's revealed that the Roswell crash was real, and the alien ship and its occupants have been studied at Area 51 for 50 years. The base becomes the last bastion of hope for mankind, the place where scientists figure out how to defeat the alien invaders using their own technology. The movie was a massive hit, and for millions of people this fictional portrayal became their primary understanding of what Area 51 was all about. It was no longer a conspiracy theory. It was a pop culture fact. Books, documentaries, and video games followed, each adding new layers to the legend. The video game featured a level where the hero, Lara Croft, infiltrates Area 51 to retrieve an alien artifact. The documentary brought the whistleblower's story to a new audience on Netflix, renewing interest in his incredible claims. Countless books have been written, exploring every possible theory, from secret aircraft to alien alliances. Each new story, whether presented as fiction or fact, reinforces the central idea. Area 51 is the place where humans and aliens meet. This constant presence in popular culture has a powerful effect. It blurs the line between reality and fantasy. The more we see Area 51 portrayed as the home of alien secrets in movies and on TV, the more plausible the idea becomes in our minds. It creates a feedback loop. The real-life mystery inspires the fiction, and the fiction then fuels further belief in the real-life mystery. This is why Area 51 has become more than just a military base. It is honestly a modern myth. It's a symbol of our deepest questions about the universe and our suspicion that those in power know more than they are telling us. While the mystery of aliens continues, the government has slowly declassified some of the real work done at Area 51. These official acknowledgments paint a picture of a base at the cutting edge of aviation technology. The CIA has confirmed that Area 51 was the primary testing ground for the U-2 spy plane back in the 1950s. This high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft was a marvel of its time. It flew at altitudes over 70,000 feet, far higher than any commercial airliner. When people on the ground or pilots of other planes saw the silver U-2 glinting in the high-altitude sun, they often reported it as a UFO. The government, unable to reveal the secret U-2 program, was happy to let people think they were seeing flying saucers. Later, the base became home to other secret projects. The A-12 Oxcart, a super-fast spy plane that was the predecessor to the famous SR-71 Blackbird, was developed and tested at Groom Lake. This aircraft could fly at more than 3 times the speed of sound. Its futuristic titanium body and incredible performance would have looked completely alien to anyone who caught a glimpse of it. Area 51 was also the birthplace of the F-117 Nighthawk, the first operational stealth aircraft. Its strange, angular design meant to deflect radar waves made it look like something from another world. The official history of Area 51 is, in a way, a history of creating real-life unidentified flying objects. These declassified programs provide a conventional explanation for many of the strange sightings around Area 51. The government can point to these projects and say, "See, this is what people were seeing. It wasn't aliens, it was our own secret technology." For skeptics, this closes the case. The mystery is solved. The lights in the sky were just test flights of advanced but human-made aircraft. The secrecy was necessary to protect these vital military projects from our enemies during the Cold War. There is no need to invent stories about aliens and crashed saucers when the real documented history is already so fascinating. But does this truly explain everything? For believers, the answer is no. They argue that these declassified programs are just the tip of the iceberg. They're the cover story that the government wants us to believe. Admitting to secret spy planes is much easier than admitting to having alien technology. What about the stories from Bob Lazar? What about the eyewitnesses who describe craft that move in ways that no known aircraft can? The declassified truths have not erased the mystery. Instead, they've only deepened the shadows. The government has shown us what they want us to see, but the biggest secrets, proponents argue, remain locked away. So why, after all these years, does Area 51 continue to capture our imagination? Why does it remain a powerful symbol of mystery and conspiracy? The answer is simple. It represents the unknown. It's a physical manifestation of the gap between what we know and what we suspect. The government's long-standing policy of extreme secrecy, while logical from a military perspective, has created a vacuum. And into that vacuum, our greatest hopes, fears, and suspicions have rushed in. The story of Area 51 is a story about the human need for answers, especially to the biggest question of all: are we alone? The base exists at a perfect intersection of fact and folklore. We know for a fact that it is a real place. We know for a fact that top-secret futuristic aircraft are tested there. We also have decades of compelling, though unproven, stories about crashed UFOs and alien contact. This blend of the real and the rumored creates a powerful and enduring legend. It's not just a fairy tale, it has a foothold in reality. This makes it easy for us to suspend our disbelief and wonder, what if? What if the stories are true? The possibility, however small, is just too exciting to ignore. Furthermore, Area 51 taps into a deep-seated distrust of authority. Many people are naturally suspicious of powerful governments and their secrets. When officials refuse to answer questions or deny the existence of something for decades, it only fuels the belief that they are hiding something important. The Area 51 narrative is the ultimate story of a government cover-up. It suggests that the people in power are withholding a truth so profound it would change the world. This idea resonates with anyone who has ever felt that they are not being told the whole story by those in charge. In the end, Area 51 is more than just a piece of land in the Nevada desert. It's become a modern myth, a focal point for our collective curiosity about the cosmos. Until the day comes when the gates are thrown open and all its secrets are revealed, if that day ever comes, it will remain an enigma. It will continue to inspire filmmakers, writers, and dreamers. It will continue to draw tourists to the edge of its forbidden territory, all hoping to catch a glimpse of something extraordinary. As long as we look up at the night sky and wonder what is out there, we will also look toward the desert and wonder what is hidden in Area 51. The truth, as they say, is out there, perhaps